Hello everyone, this is Dwight with Retro Crypto YouTube channel. It is May 16th, 2022 at 7:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm back. I've been on a little bit of a hiatus. I was getting really stressed out waiting for Pulsechain to get released, and it's still not released. It's mid-May. It's not here. And I was like, well, I gotta get my act together and let's get this going. Also lost a nice little chunk of change with Terra Luna. Very nice chunk of change, but so is life. I know I'm not the only person. And I only had a piece of my portfolio invested there. Definitely not my whole portfolio. You'd be nuts to do so. But anyway, guys, smash that like button before we do anything else. Take a moment, hit your like button. It helps me out so much. If I can get over 50 likes, YouTube will send so much more traffic my way. I didn't quite make 50 likes on most of my previous video, so please make it happen today. Everybody, every single one of you, hit that like button. I'm begging you. I'm staring into the camera. Hit the like button. I know you didn't do it yet. All right, I'm playing. Anyway, guys, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And also hit the little bell there. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Now, with all that said, now I have to say this. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just an ordinary guy out there on the internet with a passion for cryptocurrency. It is essential that you do your own research before making any and all, and I mean all, financial decisions. All right. So let's dive into the market. A lot has happened since I did my last video. Terra Luna crash. Richard Hart still hasn't released Pulsechain. Well, it's not really up to him when it gets released. It's the devs. We're waiting on it. Cardano's at 56 cents. One thing I do love seeing here is seeing HEX at spot number 7. Things are changing. Bitcoin's hurting. It's not hurting, it's holding. It's holding out at 30,000. Kind of frustrating. But all right, guys, we're going to jump right into the HEX Technical Analysis. And if you want to stick around to the end, I have a few little tips on some other projects that you may or may not be interested in. And I'll let you know before I leave the Pulsechain / HEX ecosystem. All right, guys, here we go. All right, what we're looking at here right now is HEX. And quite basically what I did was starting here on April 14th, roughly, of 2022 till May 4th of 2022, HEX rose 81.78%, which is pretty amazing. That is a heck of a run up. As you can see over there on the side corner of the screen, it was roughly 11 cents, and it shot all the way up to 20 cents. All right, then HEX started to do a pullback, and then between there, what is it? I'm sorry, May 4th, 2022 and May 12th, 2022, HEX dropped in value, and it dropped a total of 51.6%. Okay. Now, starting on May 12th, same spot, basically, guys. Sorry. HEX, no, it didn't. I'm sorry, right here. We're starting on this date here. It's not cooperating. On May 19th, HEX right here at the bottom. I had it all laid out so well, I thought. All right, May 12th, HEX takes, and till today, which is May 16th, has risen 35.33%. And when I charted this out, I was just kind of having fun, and I was like, okay, so I'm gonna start doing these more often so we can compare, how much we rose versus how much we pulled back. All right. Now, I'm really expecting a significant rise in the near future, and then there is going to be a significant pullback, and everybody has their own game plan, and it's all built around when Pulsechain gets released. All right, down here at the bottom of the screen, you notice there's a MACD. Now, remember, the MACD lags behind the market, and the MACD is about to go from bullish to bearish. It's just about to cross over, okay? Now, let's jump over to the next screen here. We have an exponential moving average. It is based on a 4-hour chart, and HEX has a serious wick that just dropped very low. Okay, that was crazy drop. Wow, that dropped all the way down to 9 cents. Wow. All right, but it's back up. So HEX right now is currently bearish, 100% bearish on a 4-hour chart, and the daily chart is only going to have it be even more so bearish. So according to the exponential moving average, HEX is bearish. The volume down here is very low. Look at this volume, extremely low. Okay, HEX with the moving averages on the 4-hour chart, and you're going to be wondering, why are you doing the 4-hour chart again? Well, the volatility has kind of calmed down. Bitcoin's at 30,000, so I figured HEX is got a lot going on. Luna had really shook things up, so I figured it's time to start looking at things in a tighter time frame. I don't know. Anyways, we're looking at the exponential moving average, and you're going to see that HEX is current. The 20-day moving average is rock bottom. It did curve when it's starting to curve up slightly. The 50-day moving average, it's not a death cross, but it's definitely bad. It crossed under the 200-day and 100-day moving average. So there's definitely nothing at all there to be excited about. If we look at the daily chart, you're going to see the 20-day moving average did a very sharp curve downward, going towards 100-day, and it looks like the 50-day was rejected by the 100-day. So that does. The moving averages looks quite horrible for HEX right now, quite simply. The Ichimoku chart, which predicts the future movement of cryptos, actually is showing a bearish trend setting in, and that goes out for 4 days into the future. Let me move this out of my way, and that will go out to May 20th, 2022. Now, if you look at it on the daily chart, it'll go out much further, and HEX actually, the Ichimoku is predicting some bullishness coming up in the very near future for it, which is pretty cool. But you got to remember, HEX has a lot going on, and Ichimoku can make its predictions off of past indicators of movements, price movements. So what it doesn't predict is Pulsechain. All right, let's keep looking. All right, this is my knockoff market cipher chart here. The 4-hour chart actually has a change from previous trend right here. Then we have a bullish indicator, a bearish indicator, and then a short signal, short sell signal here. So there's nothing there at all to be excited about. Long story short, folks. Let's look at the daily chart. Daily chart. All right, right here we have a sell signal. Now that sell signal came up on let's see, the sell signal came up May 14th. Today's the 16th. Nothing really excited about HEX. It's really been stalemating. The other projects like P33, Pulse Doge Coin, Hedron, they're a little bit more exciting in my opinion lately. All right, right here in the Bollinger Bands, you can see that this little wick that I was talking about earlier, that was a significant drop. It's definitely in the oversold category right here. RSI also has a drop down. So yeah, HEX is oversold currently. Fear and greed indicators actually moving into the fearful side of things. All right, now right here, I drew this little wedge a day ago, I believe. And maybe 2 days ago, but I didn't get around to making a video because my mic was acting up. I was furious, but anyway, got it working again. We bounced around. We actually broke out to the top, and then I was like, oh cool, this video is gonna be exciting today. And then all of a sudden we came back in and we broke down through it. So what is the wedge going to end up showing us? Nothing. It's going to be bearishness. Nothing at all. HEX is just bouncing around waiting for Pulsechain. All right. Covered this already. And that's it for HEX, really. So now we're going to jump over into the total crypto market cap. But going back to HEX real quick. So let's take do an analysis. HEX is currently, if I would say, it's bearish. Yes. Let's go by the charts, guys. All right. So price action movement, bearish. Exponential moving average, bearish. Moving average, bearish. Ichimoku in his favor, so that's 3-1 or 1-3, however you want to look at it. Market cipher is bearish, so that's like what, 4-1. And the Bollinger Band has it oversold, 5-1. So 5, 6 out, and 6 plus 1. So all right, so basically 6 of the different things that I did to analyze HEX are saying that it's bearish right now, 2-1. So HEX is bearish. All right. And actually HEX right down here, it says down 19%. That's pretty substantial. All right, so right now from there, we're going to jump forward to the total crypto market cap, guys. Don't want to be so dry. Right now, the peak was back on November 9th, 2021, and we were at 2.97 trillion. With the Terra Luna drop and the Bitcoin price drop and all the drama, we are currently sitting at 1.271 trillion, which is nothing to sneeze at. It's actually something to be proud of, and it has a very good support line right here. So that's actually a good thing, in my opinion. It's holding stable. The MACD for this is showing that it's currently in a bullish trend, and the volume looks decent. Not great, but decent. All right. Now, we're going to look at Bitcoin here. If you guys remember this little handy-dandy little chart I drew right here, Bitcoin took and it's bouncing around at 29,813. That support level is holding, so that is actually pretty dang cool, in my personal opinion. That I'm very impressed, because actually what happened was it dropped down to 20. It did hit the 25,914 resistance line, and then that held, and then we moved up to the next resistance, and that resistance line is holding. So right now it's looking good for Bitcoin for the short term. Long term is hard to say. Ichimoku long term, next 4 days, it is predicting bearishness, and until between now and June 10th, it is predicting bearishness. The volume on Bitcoin is relatively high. It was a lot of sell pressure there, as you can see, and that's where we're at. All right, now let's jump forward to exponential moving average. Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart, it's bearish, but it is really trying to move back up in a bullish way, but it's not quite there yet. So it's definitely still bearish, but it is moving up into the ribbons, which is a good sign, but it's not quite there yet. If we look at it with the daily chart, I'm sure it's not going to be very no, not at all. Bearish, very bearish. All right, we're going to Bitcoin change for previous trend, bearish indicator, and short sell right here, exact same as HEX, nothing exciting. Or HEX is the exact same as Bitcoin because they're not completely decoupled. What's new, right? The daily chart, bearish. Bitcoin's bearish. The Bollinger Bands, it actually has Bitcoin neutral, which is kind of cool. It's right in that center band, so it's not oversold or overbought. That's kind of cool. RSI is also in the middle. That's the same thing. And fear greed indicator has it on a fearful side of things. All right. So what do I say for Bitcoin? Let's go through the charts real quick. Stable, which is good. Stabilized. Bearish, 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 neutral, bearish. No, that's not. So we're gonna go with bearish for Bitcoin, guys. All right, very bearish ways these days. But like I said, Pulsechain is coming for us Hexicans. So when that happens, that's going to change everything. So keep that in mind. All right, let's take a peek here at Hedron. Hedron, what are you doing, Hedron? Nothing good. Look at this drop right here. Wow. Hedron, that's a serious wick for Hedron. Hedron wicked all the way down to 10927. Wow. I wasn't expecting this one, guys. Not at all. If you can't tell by my wows. The moving averages aren't looking good either. As you can see, this 20-day moving average is curving down, about to cross over the 100-day. The 100-day is about to cross over top. Nothing good there, guys. The MACD is showing bearishness. The volume is low. Hedron. But I still think this project is going to do big things, but it's got to get adopted. All right. And let's see. Hedron with the Ichimoku chart, with the 4-hour chart. It basically is predicting more bearishness from it. Nothing at all exciting there. Now, if we look at the 1-day chart, which does go out far into the future, bearishness for Hedron. So that's where we are, guys. Bearish for Hedron right now. But like I always say, I actually have a lot of hope for Hedron. All right, what we got here? Maxi. Everybody loves Maxi these days. So let's see what Maxi's up to. It was looking good. I drew this flag earlier, but wow. I literally just drew this. How many hours was it? Oh, this was on a 15-minute. That's why I did that to me. I drew the chart. Ugh. No, this flag was good, but it doesn't matter no more. Things change, right? Wow. Okay. So what happened with Hedron? Hedron wicked down very drastically. Man, when did this happen to the whole Hexagon ecosystem? Wow. All right. So it wicked all the way down to 17 cents. It's currently sitting at 20 cents. But wow, that's pretty wild. Wasn't expecting to see this. So this little flag, I was saying potential, no potential, boom, drops. All right. The resistance for it is currently sitting at 25 cents. So that, let me be sure that's the magic resistance. So was that the, no, that's not the magic. The magic resistance line is, well, close enough. 24.62 is the magic resistance point for Maxi currently. But wow, look at this, man. That. All right. All right. So Pulse Doge. Pulse Doge is not doing anything special. It dropped under 1 cent, and it is sitting pretty at 0.008. So not too much to say for Pulse Doge either. It's kind of man, this is like depressing. That's why I stopped doing the videos. I mean, come on, Richard Hart, your devs, the Pulsechain going, man, it's depressing. It's straight up depressing, guys. It's killing me. All right, let's keep this going. All right, Pulse Doge coin, the imposter, but they did do a cool airdrop, and I appreciate the money. I brought Hex with it. It was holding the support line, and boom, it just dropped underneath of it. So if you're a Pulse Doge coin holder still, you're not happy. If you're one of those rare people that want to buy some Pulse Doge, I guess you can get some. Okay. Wow, this charting. The only thing that looks good. Okay, we got something. I took and charted P33, which is from the creators of freepulse.io, and I charted it, and it did a 94% drop, right? But it just curved, and now it's on an upward trend right here, and it's sitting right at a resistance level of 0.6266. So something's doing good. P33 is making a comeback. So maybe this is where you might want to drop a little bit of something that you never know. The last 24 hours, it went up 91.68%. Is that correct? Yes, it did. Wow. All right. So, yeah, that was a huge comeback from P33. Very impressive. That one's on the Binance Smart Chain. Very impressive. Somebody is jumping up and down on that one. But, yeah. So, it's pretty depressing for most of it. All right. But that's it for Hex, guys. There's not really too much to talk about. There's like a lot of drama on the message boards and with the Twitter, with Richard Hart and various Hexicans out there, public figures, quote unquote. Richard Hart's the only figure that really matters, in my opinion. But I'm sure you understand where I'm coming from. But it's really not too much to report about what Hex. We're just waiting for Pulsechain to get released. And Richard Hart today put out yesterday, I believe it was, he put out a tweet that it wasn't cryptic. It just basically said we're waiting on the devs, and once he knows, we'll know. We're all getting used to hearing that over and over again, but that's where we're at. Yeah. All right. So from here, we're going to jump forward over to Cardano. There's some important stuff I want to talk about with Cardano. Please stick around. I'm going to let you know what project has my target set on it. All right. So I'll take a quick peek at Cardano, and you're going to see Cardano is currently sitting at 56 cents. It's changed from previous trend, bearish indicator, bullish indicator, and it's just holding out right there. This is not telling me to buy or sell right now, to tell you the truth. Let's see what the daily chart's saying. Daily chart still has it as being bearish currently, so we're going to say Cardano is bearish today, and it is down. Let's see, what is it down? I just saw it over here. Where it is? Oh, there it is, 6.2. All right, exponential moving average for Cardano with the 4-hour chart is actually looking like Cardano's really, it waked up to that middle. It is trying to move into that neutral, potentially bullish zone, but it's not quite there yet. The daily chart is going to have it as being extremely bearish still. That was just the 4 hour, the first one. I drew this little wedge here. We're currently bouncing around this little wedge. I thought we were forming a little W here, you know, because down, up, down, and then win. But no, it didn't happen. It's still bouncing around that wedge. So I'm just kind of waiting to see if it's going to break this way, which is negative, or break upward, which is positive for the bullish sign. It does have a very strong support currently at 39 cents. With the Ichimoku chart, it is saying that it is bearish going into the next 4 days. If you look at the daily chart, it is saying it's going to be bearish going out into June 10th. Bollinger Bands has Cardano slightly overbought. RSI has it as being neutral. Fear and Greed indicator has it as being fearful. All right, Muesli swap. I was like looking around the other day, right? And I was like, ooh, I didn't see this one. But I was looking around for different projects that are making different moves. Like I'm always looking, as you can see, a lot is going on here. And I noticed, I was on Twitter, matter of fact. And what happened was I was on Twitter and somebody did a poll for what is your current favorite metaverse project on Cardano. And it was like, I was like, okay, Pavia. I like Pavia. And then I don't even really like Pavia. I just like the concept of a metaverse being built on Cardano. I just keep it real. But I have not really been impressed with anything Pavia's put up. So as I was looking at the Twitter post, I was like, I'm going to scroll through all the comments, see what everybody says. And I started saying Cornucopias. And I was like, you know what? I like Cornucopias. I'm actually going to drop a real chunk of change in them because I think that might really be up to something. So I watched a couple videos on them, and I'm like, yeah, I'm liking this. This is the real deal. They're building something real. They're not building one of these fake little stick figure game scene stupid like, oh yeah, this is going to be so awesome. You like that game's from like 1985. You know what I mean? I'm sure we've all, yeah. Anyway, but so Cornucopias is building a metaverse, and the project's looking pretty dang impressive. And then there's a YouTuber way bigger than me called what is his name, Jason Appleton, and he did a video today, and he was like, I got this project that's going to go from 2 cents to $5 potential. Just buy it now and be patient. And what do you know? It was Cornucopias. I was like, bam, bingo. I was on it. She did my video yesterday, and then I could be like, see, I was right. But anyway, I'm buying some Cornucopias, guys. It's on here, Muesli Swap. Like I said, I'm always going to Muesli Swap, shopping around for what's hot on Cardano. Right now, you want to get bottom floor. Nobody's talking about this stuff. And that's when you want to get in. Anybody smart enough to still be listening to me right now? This is when you would get in on projects, bottom floor. HEX. Is HEX huge? Yes. Is Richard Hart awesome? Yes. Is Pulsechain going to fix the original plan for Pulsechain? The airdrop part is awesome and it's cool, but the original plan for Pulsechain was to fix the fees associated with eBay. Or not eBay, with Ethereum. So great. But there's still much more out there. And yeah, I love bottom floor. So just take this as a tip from me. You might want to look at the Cornucopias. It's spelt very weird. I'll put it up there again for you. But yeah, that's where I'm at mentally today. I'll promise I'll do better with these videos. But as you can see, the stress is getting to me. Oh my God, is it getting to me? And I'm sure it's getting to you. But please, I need more comments. Nobody's leaving comments anymore. I need a ton of comments, guys. If you're still here, I need a ton of comments. I need a ton of likes. Show this Hexican some love. Give me a tip. If you haven't subscribed, help a brother, subscribe. Come on, let's grow together. We're at 1,336. Let's make it 1,500 by June. That was my goal. And yeah, that's it. So, all right, guys. Till next time. Peace out.